All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. My name is Corey, and as the disclaimer goes, I am not a financial advisor. Do not invest in anything you are not willing to lose, and do your own research. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy my content. That's the easiest way to support my work. Now, without further ado, let's get into today's information about Ripple and XRP. So as you can see here, we are at justxrp.com. If you haven't visited this site, it's excellent. It's mine. That's why I think it's excellent. You can check out all of the prices, charts, technical analysis, different resources where you can find XRP to buy, shops, things, items that we offer, what we're about doing, different channels that are on YouTube for other great information, and you can also follow all the videos that I'm doing on YouTube through the site. So it's a good resource, and I would suggest going to check it out. Moving on, I want to get the FUD out of the way. First article of the day: Ripple would not be profitable without selling XRP, says CEO Garlinghouse. Well, obviously, if they didn't sell their product, they wouldn't be profitable. It says that, well, XRP is one source. I don't know how to answer that, because if you took away our software revenues, that would make us less profitable as well. If you took away all of our XRP, that would also make us less profitable. So I don't think about it as one thing, Garlinghouse added. So the article is stating that, dumping XRP on the general public is how Ripple is making money, and we all know that it is a software company, and that Ripple dumping XRP on the public is not what they're doing. XRP distribution through the selling of XRP on exchanges is the way we're getting it, and they're making money because they have a large investment in it as well. They're trying to build the ecosystem around it, so they have a positive outlook on why they should be holding a large amount. It's not FUD. We all know the reasons why XRP is being held in large amounts by Ripple. Our theories are the pre-allocation theory by Brad Kimes, saying that because crypto isn't really regulated right now, banks can't hold XRP, and so Ripple is essentially holding the XRP until regulations are in place, and then that XRP in their system is already earmarked for specific central banks around the world in order to facilitate this movement of liquidity. All right, so The Simpsons came out with a episode on cryptocurrency, and of course, when The Simpsons comes out with anything, people go crazy because they think that The Simpsons can tell the future, and that because they are so heavily involved in Fox, they are able to, speculate and send out messages on what might be coming. So Reborn, oh wait, hold on, sorry, at Reborn, REB0RN13. I'm gonna follow them, and they have some pictures here. Nothing to see here. This is from the Simpsons episode. Bart Simpson wearing this tri-twirl logo on his shirt right here. We're also seeing that tri-twirl logo on this captain's shirt here during the episode, and that logo is, what they're doing is they're calling it a triskelion. Christine Lagarde was wearing one of those during her meetings. It's part of the Ripple logo. The Ripple logo mark is called the triskelion. Historically, a triskelion is a motif consisting of 3 interlocked spirals. In ancient art around the world, the triskelion suggests rotary symmetry, movement, and perpetuity. Sorry about messing all those words up. But in terms of the way that Ripple is going to be moving money around the world, frictionless, fluid, 3 to 4 seconds, it serves a perfect purpose as its logo, and a great portion of conspiracy for us in today's video. We got Reborn 13 again right here, talking about Finastra. Finastra is a company that we were talking about before. It is owned by a venture capital group. But essentially, DTCC Clearinghouse is connected to Finastra and Ripple and R3. Some better pictures that kind of explain what this is going on. Finastra is Fusion Payments. They're connected to PayPlus for CLS. 25 banks: Bank of America, which we know of, Bank of China, Bank of New York, Citibank, and Dutch Bank are all part of Ripple's customer base. These are the transaction volumes that have been increasing since we've heard about the Finastra Ripple partnership, and CLS is a noteworthy example of a cross-border multi-currency system that provides PVP services. Founded in 2002, the support of major central banks, it provides settlement services in 18 currencies to mitigate FX settlement risk. CLS settles millions of trades worth millions of dollars. Well, what is Ripple doing? They're trying to mitigate FX settlement risk across the globe by handling it in 3 to 4 seconds and allowing people to see their money at every second that it's moving. Okay, Bank for International Settlements. This is the Bank for International Settlements official Twitter account. They tweeted out, payments across borders and currencies can be made faster, cheaper, and more transparent by linking domestic systems, allowing overseas banks remote access, or building dedicated systems. The Bank for International Settlements has come out talking specifically about getting the cross-border market flowing in an easier way and working with Ripple. I think it's been under some speculation, but I believe they did come out and officially start talking about how they are working with Ripple. Ripple is proud to announce the addition of 10 new customers to our growing global network. These financial institutions include MUFG, BBVA, SEB, AC Bank, Axis Bank, Yes Bank, SBI Remit, Cambridge Global Payments, Star One Credit Union, and EasyForex.com. I wanted to take a specific look at this one bank right here called AC Bank. As you can see, AC Bank is also listed here for Binance. First bank ever to integrate directly with Binance is AC Bank. Binance had come out talking a lot about their partnership or working with Ripple, and we were speculating on what they're going to be doing. I think that Binance, and there's another exchange called Bitrue, but essentially these exchanges are going to be working like middlemen to facilitate the exchange of XRP. So if you have US dollars, you send the US dollars to Binance, Binance sells US dollars to XRP, then transfers the XRP from Binance Exchange to Bitrue Exchange. Bitrue Exchange exchanges that XRP to, say, Mexican dollars, and then sends that Mexican dollars to the bank account of the person who's on the other side of the world. So what you need to facilitate banks that are directly connected to exchanges so that you can allow that easy flow and transfer of money to go from one person to another. So here it is working where AC Bank is connected to Binance, and AC Bank is also a Ripple partner, and we know that Binance is also working very closely with Ripple. We have Catherine Coley right here, who is the CEO of Binance US, but prior to her being the CEO of Binance, she was the head of XRP institutional liquidity. So from 2017 to 2019, she was head of XRP institutional liquidity. And then now she is the chief executive officer of Binance in the US. So I think that is what you're seeing. You are seeing these exchanges get connected to Ripple and start using XRP to facilitate that easy movement of cross-border payments. Okay, central banks are contemplating a world without cash, and so it is, especially with all of the viral news that's going on and how cash is disgusting and dirty and it picks up all these germs and it's being transmitted through the use of handing cash from one person to another. So what a great scare tactic to use in terms of talking about how we can get rid of cash and start moving into using a more digital currency. More than a dozen countries are either researching, piloting, or, like China, have ongoing work in place for central bank digital currencies, according to a Bank for International Settlements report published today. While physical cash isn't yet endangered in most places, the experience of a few countries, notably Sweden, China, and even to some extent the UK, show that a world with much less cash usage is increasingly possible. We have central banks urge the G20 to back cheaper payments roadmap. So this is the London central banks will ask world leaders to back a roadmap for cutting the cost of cross-border payments, the Bank for International Settlements said on Sunday. So here's the Bank of International Settlements coming out again, talking about how central banks need to come up with a way to make cross-border payments more fluid and cheaper. We need to improve a payment system hindered by high cost, cross-border payments critical for some emerging economies that depend on remittances sent by migrants abroad or hampered by low speeds, high costs, and cumbersome processes. And we know that all of those things can be mitigated. They can be removed by the use of XRP through the Ripple company and the Interledger protocol and the Hyperledger fabric. This is great. Yesterday at 8 a.m., a tweet from @DevNullProductions, which I'm going to follow as well, came out saying that 581,629.689 Bitcoin was delivered by the XRP ledger in the last hour. Probably almost free, and it would have taken almost a week probably to move all that Bitcoin had it not been on the XRP ledger. But it is funny that, you know, I think there's like 900,000 or close to 1 million Bitcoin located in a wallet that's supposed to be, that's supposed to be owned by Satoshi himself, and yet here we go, moving 500,000 of them within an hour on the XRP ledger. But seriously, nobody really knows if that's that, or if it was like a couple thousand at a time. But it is interesting to note that there are probably more Bitcoin moving across the XRP ledger than there is moving across its own blockchain. Moving on, we've got SPQR Media. If you don't follow these guys on YouTube, please go and subscribe to their channel like I just did right there. They put out, I believe, what is going to be their very last video, XRP, the truth and the end. And they have taken a fantastic deep dive into the real old school financial systems that existed and them coming back around for another run, like old banks from like the Roman era, families that you've never heard about, and it really isn't some unbelievable research. These guys did an excellent job, and it puts a whole bunch more light on the situation that we're dealing with. It is an excellent video, and you guys should definitely go and watch that. So we've got the last thing I want to show you is the stock market. It looks like the Dow futures are right now down 140 points, 180-ish, something like that. So it looks like we may have another Monday in the red, probably another week in the red. It's these articles are coming out based on, scare tactics. I saw an article that came out yesterday. It was an article that came out yesterday around 5 o'clock at night saying that Dow futures dropped 300 points Monday morning, but the article had come out at 5 o'clock on Sunday night. So it's just a whole bunch of fear tactics, a whole bunch of news that's trying to get people to cause a market sell-off. It is scary with what is going on. If you know people who are heavily invested in the stock market, be kind to those people because they've lost a lot of money. And we as investors of XRP, we're finding safety in the fact that we're invested in this because, the whole thing is to help the health of the financial economy through the use of digital assets. So seeing this to us is almost like we saw this coming. I told you so. How could you not have listened to me when I've been talking to you about this so much? And now that this type of stuff is happening, we have to completely recognize that we shouldn't talk like that, and we should offer people quality help and advice and stick with them through their hard times as markets do crash. Hey, look, as it just dropped up, here's the article right now, literally popping up as I'm doing it. Here it is. Dow futures dropped 300 points after volatile overnight session as market struggles to rebound. This article, which just popped up right now, was written March 1st, 2020 at 5:27 p.m. Now, when I checked the markets at 5:27 p.m., when this article came out, Dow futures were up 327 points. So it's frustrating to see that they are actively trying to cause market panic. So, you know, whatever news control or you think, I'm not going to get into that during this video, but I just think it's fascinating that they're putting out articles from a day ago and it doesn't even reflect what is happening right now. So maybe we'll see a 300-point drop because they can tell the future, or not. Who knows? But I'd love to end this video with a quote from the Dalai Lama: "Only the development of compassion and understanding for others can bring us the tranquility and happiness we all seek. Please be compassionate to the people in your life, especially during these highly volatile money movement times as we move into a new digital economy and fix the debt problems that we have been causing over the last 100 years. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, I do another YouTube page. It's called iCymatic, ICYMATIC. It is right here. I'd love it if you guys went and checked that out. I also love to produce some music in my free time, so if you guys want, you can check this out right here, my music that I've been trying to produce. But anyway, thanks guys very much, and I will see you in the next video.